In Mississippi, 18-wheeler accidents are one of the most prevalent type of accidents that we see. And you can just go on the interstate and look both ways and count the trucks that are there to know the probability that at some point they're going to be in an accident. I think we've all been pushed off the road by an 18-wheeler coming over on us. We know that it's real. And when you're talking about a gigantic 18-wheeler truck carrying a huge load behind it, next to a small car, if they meet violently, it's not going to be pretty. So we see these a lot. Accidents involving 18-wheelers are usually more catastrophic than a car-on-car case, and not always. There can be many variations, many different types of accidents, many different types of injuries. But the probability of there being something catastrophic as far as injury is concerned with an 18-wheeler is much higher. It's just physics. A big truck hits a small car, then there's probably going to be more serious injuries than if it was a small car on a small car. So, generally speaking, these can be more catastrophic, and most of the time they are. Not always, but most of the time they are. In an accident that involves an 18-wheeler, it is probably more important than in any other case that any attorney could handle involving personal injury to take action fast. You should immediately contact an attorney, because why? These 18-wheeler trucks, trust me, they have GPS systems on them. They have some type of black box that's recording what this driver's doing. They have logs that can tell us how long this driver's been driving. There's evidence of has this driver ever been in an accident before? There's lots of important evidence that must be secured quickly. And I promise that as soon as an 18-wheeler incident occurs, the insurance company is notified within minutes, and they will be on that scene as quickly as they can get there. And they are going to do what they can to mitigate the damages and prevent someone else who is injured from gaining that evidence. So you need experienced attorneys who have investigators, have the systems and teams in place to get on it quickly. It cannot be stressed enough how important it is to act fast in these situations. In an 18-wheeler crash, usually it's the fault of the driver, but guess what? The company that owns that truck or that has hired that trucker should have there's minimum amounts in Mississippi of $1 million of coverage, so they have to have coverage. And if they're hauling something that is dangerous, they have to have higher coverage. So there's almost always insurance available when an 18-wheeler is involved. Now, if the truck is owned by the individual truck driver, it will depend on whether he's a contractor or whether he is a true employee of a company, but almost always there's an insurance company there, and we can help you find it. With an 18-wheeler crash, if someone's been injured, the damages that the person is able to obtain in a court of law are the same as in any other type of negligence action. There are damages for pain and suffering. There's damages that you can collect for medical bills, past and future, for lost wages, for loss of enjoyment of life. And pain and suffering is also something that they might have to pay for. So it's really the same types of damages as any other negligence case. But here's one other issue that may come into play. If that truck driver was intoxicated or doing something willfully and wantonly and grossly negligent, there may be actually punitive damages, which is punishment damages, meaning we're going to make this insurance company pay a bunch of money because of how terrible this was. If you've been injured in an accident that involves an 18-wheeler, you could expect something different from Runlet Law Firm. We've got a team of lawyers and support staff to handle your claim. And what makes us a little different? Any attorney can file the claim. We will assign a client advocate to your case that's going to be there for you to help hear what's going on. And if you need to talk to an attorney, the attorney is going to talk to you. We over-communicate with our clients, and we think that is so important. We understand that these types of accidents impact more than just you. And they impact the person that was injured in more ways than just physical injury. There's mental problems, there's anxiety, and there's depression. So we understand this, we empathize with people who have been injured in these types of cases, and we can help in all aspects. Runlet Law Firm has been representing injured workers, whether it be car wrecks, 18-wheeler crashes, or work-related injuries for over 20 years. We have the knowledge and experience to properly handle every claim. Client communication is the most important aspect that needs to be had between an attorney and a client. Really in life, communication. Within our team, we always emphasize we've got to over-communicate to each other what's going on, and we do. And we also try to make that spill over to communications with our clients. We strive to always get back with people. We say 12 hours. Within 12 hours is our absolute goal. And we hope, and most of the time it's quicker than that. But there's got to be a response. If somebody has a question or concern, there's no question or concern that we would ever say we're just going to ignore you or we're not going to worry about that. We will always respond. If someone's hurt in the state of Mississippi, or if they have a legal issue that we might be able to help them with, it's always probably nerve-wracking for them to call the attorney the first time. We get that. So what we have is just a free strategy session where we can hear your story and what happened in your situation so that we can provide you with some guidance. Whether we take your case or we don't, we'll provide you with guidance. So it's really a low stress call. First you'll call in and you'll speak to our receptionist, and she will listen to a little bit about what's going on, and then after that she'll transfer you to the appropriate attorney to really get into the nuts and bolts of what's going on so we can help you best.